Agility brings efficiency to supply chains in some of the globe's most challenging environments, offering air, ocean and road freight forwarding, warehousing, distribution and specialized services in project logistics, fairs and events and chemicals.
This is an important milestone for Siemens when we now are delivering 2 modules for the OSX project in Brazil. We've been working with this for 2 years now in a consortium together with Cameron in Kristiansand, MI Swaco from Houston and Nymo in Grimstad. When these modules have been tested in Grimstad, they will be transported to Brazil for installation on a wellhead platform outside the Brazilian coast. They will operate for the old company OGX and will be part of field development where several of similar platforms will be installed. And the ambition for this consortium where Siemens participates is that we will be able to deliver more of these kind of modules.
And this project, together with Siemens, is transporting 2 power supply modules from Gothenburg to Grimstad in Norway. How we do it is we transport 1 module at a time using SPMT axles and conventional trailers from the fabrication hall down to the quayside. At the quayside, as you can see, we have a heavy lift vessel from Hansa Heavy Lift, which will take care of the on-carriage from here to Grimstad.
So, this is one of 2 power modules, weighing around 500 tons each. It's 13 meters long, 15 meters wide and 15 meters high. On top you can see the exhaust pipes and air intakes. Inside, generators and diesel engines produce approximately 9 megawatts of power. The module will support the oil drilling machinery with electricity, so you could say it's a high power unit. Agility's scope has been, together with Siemens, to prepare for a safe transportation from Emtunga Yard in Gothenburg over to Nymo Yard in Grimstad, Norway. It boiled down to 2 options, a barge or a vessel solution. We found the vessel option to be the easiest mode of transportation and less time-consuming with regards to preparations. The vessel option would also be the most cost-effective for Siemens. In order to anchor the modules safely on board the vessel, it is necessary to know the actual weight and actual center of gravity. You anticipate and you calculate and you base the offer on these calculations. But for the actual operation, these figures must be correct for the weight distribution on board the ship to be correct. Inside the yard, the module is lifted slightly and 8 weighing cells are placed underneath. The module is then weighed 3 times and the weight and center of gravity are established. The actual center of gravity was only 3.5 centimeters off the initial computer calculations. Meanwhile, a team of welders have worked all night on board the ship to prepare the deck with pontoons for the modules to be anchored to. Due to weight limitations, the module is transported to the quayside with 3 changes in configurations of conventional trailers and so-called SPMTs, self-propelled modular transporters. The weight has been a big issue in this project. It is vital that the outreach of the lifting crane is able to handle the weight. Due to weight limitations at the receiving port, we also needed a vessel that could land the modules with an outreach of 24 meters at the quayside. This type of vessel from Hansa Heavy Lift has no problems delivering the cargo that far from the quayside. These cranes can lift 700 tons each, so in tandem 1400 tons. Here, however, we use a single arm lift. That's because the lifting pads on the module are designed for lifting with a certain angle, which would not be possible with a tandem lift. This project has involved many parties: Siemens, Emtunga Yard, the port of departure in Gothenburg, Mammoth, the heavy ground transporting company, Hansa Heavy Lift, a specialist in heavy sea transport, as well as specialist welders and security personnel all the way to the receiving port in Grimstad and Nymo Yard. It has taken almost a year of planning and preparation. Agility has extensive experience of project management, consulting specialists within the company for each specific field of expertise. Project managers at Agility in Norway and Sweden have collaborated in order to supply Siemens with the best possible solution. The crew is now working with the rigging. Connecting the tackle and the shackles takes some time. In fact, finding the right shackles has been somewhat of a challenge. There were no shackles in Sweden large enough for this operation, so these had to be brought here from the Netherlands. The riggers are on top of the module, unfastening the 4 pieces of shackle to the lifting pads and also connecting them to the heavy wires hanging from the main hook. The lifting procedure will start once the tackle and shackles are connected. The shipping company has a specialist responsible for inspecting the fastenings and rigging and giving the go-ahead for the lifting procedure to commence. On the side of the vessel facing the sea, a ballast pontoon is connected. This counterbalances the immense weight of the module, stabilizing the ship during the lift until the module is safely placed on deck.
Siemens and Emtunga has been working day and night to complete the modules, and it was quite clear that they wanted it out as soon as possible.
So in August last year we started the discussion with Agility Logistics for the loadout and transportation of these 500 tons modules. And from previous experience with them, we know that they had the knowledge to handle such a complex task, and we know they have the dedicated staff to do the job. So we are very happy that we chose Agility for this project.
The shipping company had another contract in the same time frame. So it has been with some luck and goodwill from their side, they still managed to be here within this loading window. The SPMT company, they had a contract both prior and after this one, so it has been a challenge also to get them to be here on time for this job. So we're standing here today with a successful operation. In 2-3 days, both modules are positioned at the right spot, and everybody's happy.